everybody, and welcome back to our giant hands to our wildflowers journal. And I'm doing something that I really don't do very often. I'm sort of making my way through some ephemera, so by the time I get the papers put together for the journal, I'll have some idea of what's going in and what I need, etc. Yesterday, you may remember, we started this off and we made these journal cards, which are lovely actually. I really quite like those. So that was a good start. And today we're going to be looking at envelopes. I've got 3 different envelopes, but this one is by far the most interesting. So after this you can just turn off. This is it. It's got lace, it's got a fabric frill, ruffle, this going on down here, and this is on the back, which I hope you can see, but it's fabric there in the middle. This bit here is fabric that I've stamped on. So it's really quite nice, and it's going to be attached to the page by this little funky paper clip that I've got. Look at that, it's really nice, isn't it? So let's have a go at making one of those. So what I've done is I've printed the pages out as they are, and I've cut one page off, and this has given me this. This is the top, obviously, and if I'd wrapped it round, this would have been upside down, and it's got writing on it, and I didn't want that. So I cut it off and then I sewed it on. So the first thing I did was cut the bit off and then sewed along there, then put them together and sewed around the whole thing. So that was that. Now when you fold your top over, sure you know this, but don't fold it right up to there, because then there's a crease and you can't get in, so leave a little bit of space. So I'm just going to fold that over, so it's just folding over the top of the pocket there. And crease that in. I haven't got my bone folder, but I shall use Peggy. She will do the job admirably. For those of you that haven't seen Peggy, this is her. She's a big girl. I love her, I really do. She's fabulous. And underused. I should use her more, really. I keep forgetting about her. Thanks, Mistress, just got my proper bone folder. So there we have it. That is a really cute envelope like that on its own. I'm just going to burnish those stitches down because they look better. On the wrong side, your stitches always look a little bit ugly because it happens when your needle punches down through the paper and it punches it out the back. So it's a good idea to burnish them flat again so they're not sitting proud of the page, and just makes them look a little bit better. You'll never get the front to look as good as the back, but by burnishing it, it does help in that regard. Right, so let's start with this top bit here. Now it is upside down, but by the time we've finished, I don't think you'll be able to tell particularly. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a bit of lace along there. I've just got this cream, very narrow lace. It's very pretty actually. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because it's fabric that I'm sticking on. The lace is fabric. I've nearly finished this bottle of Fabri-Tac actually, which means it takes a little while for it to decide to come down, but it does. So we don't need masses of Fabri-Tac, we're not holding up the Forth Bridge or anything, it's just a bit of lace. So that's that. Let's get this stuck on. About there, I would say, is lovely. And if you're not sure if it's straight, if you turn it over the other way, you can see how much of it's sticking out, so that this side just needs to go a little bit. That's lovely. Okay, so let's just smarten those ends up. like that. And now then, what I put on the other was, well, I want to show you this actually. This is Liberty of London. Tanner Lawn it's called. It's very, very thin. See if I can get it the right way up for you, would be a help, wouldn't it? And it's called Wildflower, and it's just so beautiful. Look at it. I've had this for probably a year, possibly a year, something like that. And I've just kept it because I knew the right project would come along. I just didn't know when. And when I decided to do the wildflowers, oh, my Liberty fabric. I mean, it's perfect. So it will be making more than one appearance, I can tell you, because it needs to. It's the perfect place for it. And it's perfect for making ruffles because it's so thin. So I've torn this one off as well. I'll make a ruffle with that. But for the ruffle, for that, this was it along here. And it's a shame really because you can't see much of it, but it's there. I know it's there. But for this one, I'm going to be using some of this, which is an Edith Holden napkin that Carrie sent me ages ago, and once again I've kept it because I knew the day would come when I'd really want to use it. I mean, look at those dog roses. They are, oh, I love the dog roses. So I've torn some strips off the edge to make ruffles with. One was plain cream, and then this one had some of the pattern in it, so I'm going to stick that there. And you see now it doesn't really matter that this bit here was upside down because you can't see anything of it, to be honest. So once again I need some Fabri-Tac to stick that down. Come on, you can do it. There you go. I told you you could. So it's the edges more than anything that you need to be careful with. It sounds like I'm putting loads of glue on, but I'm actually not. There's not much coming out. So there we go. So I still want to see the lace. So I'll pop that there. So there we have it, a beautiful, beautiful ruffle with Edith fabric. So you want to make sure that you've got the ends stuck down well, because that's the bit that's going to catch the thread. So you want to make sure that you have got glue right at the end, otherwise you run the risk of your threads becoming unravelled. And heaven help us, we don't want to be unravelled. My Timmy towel's on my other desk, so I'll just have to brave it with my finger. And that one's all right, that's stuck down, so okay, we're okay. So that's the top done. I don't want to add anything else to it. However, if you do, that's absolutely fine. You could add gems, you could add pearls. I still have my flat back pearls here. Haven't put them away yet. So I'll just show you what I might do on a different occasion, but not this one. I'm flat back pearled out, to be honest. But they look nice along there, even along part of it, really. But no, I'm not going down that route. Not today. Right, so the next thing then is this little sort of, I don't know, montage, I don't know what you call it. And I've used a label. I'm pretty sure these came from Tracy Fox. So the label goes there. I'm just trying to remember. These are ones that these leaves here are ones that I coloured myself and glossy accented for the Edith one. And of course I didn't need half the ones that I did. So I think that might be quite nice there. And I did actually on that one put another leaf, but I'm not sure it needs it really. No, I don't think it does. I think it just needs that. Over here I had a butterfly, but I could put that over there. I like the colour of that one on this set. It's really nice. It's not in your face, it's just pretty. And I stamped on my stamp, and I think that was pretty much it. So let's see about getting that done. I'm just going to ink around here. I'm not going to put ink on my dauber. I just want to get rid of the white paper edge. I don't want to ink the butterfly, I just want to ink the paper edge. That's fine. Okay, so let's see if this wretched glue wants to work. It's driven me potty today. Wants to work, then it doesn't want to work. Yeah, Mr. F cleaned it out for me. He's such a good lad. So as a consequence, it's working. So let's get the lid back on it quick. It's quite a warm day here, so I imagine that it might want to dry up on the nib part of it. That's fine, that looks all right to me. Stick that down. Now then this, I don't want all of it. I'm going to stamp it first because otherwise I'll be dancing around the leaves, etc. So there's my stamping block, and these are ones out of the Tim Holtz Field Notes set, the Stampers Anonymous Field Notes set. And actually all the Stampers Anonymous stamps that I've got, I really use. I love them. I think they're excellent quality, and I like them a lot. So I'm going to stamp this because I've left my stone grey over there. So I'm going to stamp it in archival, what's it called? Sepia. So it'll be fine, it's archival. And I don't really want this on straight either. The other one wasn't straight and I don't want this one straight. There we go, that's perfect. Actually this, I don't know what you'd call it, oilcloth, table covering, however you want to describe it. It's quite thick and it's quite spongy, and it is the perfect stamping base because it's just got that bit of yield in it. Who knew? I didn't buy it for that. I bought it because I thought that it would look okay on YouTube. Give you guys something nicer to look at. So right, that's going to go there. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's got glossy accents on. None of the rest of it has. I'm not that worried. It'll be fine. Sorry, this bit's always a bit tedious, isn't it? So yeah, for the second day running, we've got a summer's day here. There's something going on, I tell you. I'm not complaining in the slightest. I've got all my bedding out on the line. It's all blowing gently in the warm breeze. I'm making it sound romantic, putting your washing on the line. I love it. I love having washing on the line and looking out and seeing it blowing. Oh, sad, isn't it? It's really sad that that brings me so much joy. But it does. There we go. That's stuck down. Here's Mr. F coming downstairs, so he'll pass me my Timmy towel, I'm hoping anyway. Mr. F, darling, could you pass my Timmy towel, please? Thank you. Actually, I should have washed Timmy, shouldn't I? He's quite crusty.
He is.
We got quite a crusty Timmy. No, that's not what you don't want to be thinking of that. But it is. There we go. Right. Now on the other side I just had a butterfly. That's all I had. I have got some of these leaves, but you know, I just don't think it needs it really. So I'm not going to put it there, I'm just going to put my butterfly. I want it so when it's closed you can see it. So it's just going to come just over onto there. And that'll be that bit done. I'm just singing your praises, Mr. F, for unclogging my glue bottle. It's working like a champ.
Well, if you're ever bunged up, I'm your man.
Right, so I'll press that close with my hand so I know where I'm sort of aiming for with this butterfly. And it's about there, I think. Lovely. Okay, let's just press that down with a Timmy towel. I'm just doing it with a Timmy towel in case any glue splodges out, and the Timmy towel will pick it up rather than have it all over our nice envelope. Now then, I want a little stone in the centre of there. Oh, Mr. F, could you reach me something? Sorry. The E6000 on my tray. I've lost the oh no, I haven't. Thank you, my love. Where would I be without you? I'd be over on the other desk. That's where I'd be, looking for this. Right, so I've got these little gems, and I'm just going to use... I did bring this with me though. Just going to use one of these. This shape, I've only got it... Oh, I've got green. Oh, yeah. The green... Ah, yeah, the green's better. I'm going to use the green for the butterfly body. I'm just going to stick it on with a wee bit of E6000. This is another one that needs cleaning, honestly. It's glued to the hilt. It's disgusting. Yuck. Get off. So yeah, just a little bit. That was like 3,000 times too much. At least, and approximately. So I'm just going to dab some of that off with my finger. It's just too much. Much too much. And put the little body on the butterfly. They're lovely shapes, these. I think Mr. F got me these at a second-hand, I don't know, charity shop or a car boot sale or something. Got me a whole load of them. And I sat one night and sorted out all the shapes and all the colours. I know it doesn't sound like me, does it? But I did. Just wiping that excess glue up there. There we go. Just makes him look a bit more finished off. Like he's dressed to impress. So that's pretty much that side done. So let's move over to the other side. And that's what I did with that. Let's see if I can get some of this glue off. There we go. Right, so the first thing I did was stamp onto some fabric. I just used ordinary, well, canvas, I would say, a fine canvas. And I'm going to stamp on it before I stick it down, just in case it goes horribly wrong. And then I would have wasted the whole envelope, because I'm not beyond having stamps go horribly wrong, as some of you that have watched me for a long time will know. So I just need to select a stamp to put on it. Running out of room, of course. I've got this one that says field label. That might look quite nice on there, actually. I was thinking of putting a flower on, but I can put field label on. They're all sort of related, aren't they? In my head, they are. I wonder if it'd be easier to... I've got this crease here that's a bit annoying. It'll come out when I glue it down, but it's just making stamping a bit of a pain. See if I can fold it the other way. Yeah, that's all right. That's resolved that. And I'll stamp the other one in purple, and I like it, but I'm just going to do this one a bit different. I'm going to stamp it in the Archival Sepia. I think since I bought this pad, Archival have changed all the names of their inks into the same names as the Distress inks have. So I don't think you can actually buy sepia anymore. It's going to be one of the brown ones. But I haven't had that this long. I haven't had this that long even. So, it's a lot of wear in it yet. Let's see if I can get that something like central. And you do need to give it time to allow the ink to get into the fabric. A bit longer than you would if you were just stamping paper, for example. Oh, that's good. I like that. It's about as good as you'd get, I think, with that loose weave. So yeah, I shall pat myself on the back. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so daft. So yeah, that's going to go there. Let's just build up what we're going to do. So I've got leaves. And these leaves came from Janet Rosier. She sent them to me ages ago. And they are Tattered Lace Charisma dies. They're just so beautiful. And once again, they're things that I've saved and saved because I absolutely love them. But this is the perfect project for them. So let's just see what I brought over. I think that's possibly all. So let's build up a little thing over here. I think that would be nice there because everything behind it's yellow. So I think that would stand out quite nicely. That's nice. That's nice. I think I want that leaf there actually. Yeah, that looks really nice actually. Saying actually a lot today, aren't I actually? I don't know why. No idea. Yeah, I brought this little flower with the intention of putting it there. Don't know how well it stands out really. Let's try this little leaf. See if it stands out. Yeah, that looks fine, I think. Anything else that went on it? Oh, a butterfly we put on it. Oh, I've got another flower there. That one. That would look nice. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I think that on its own even looks really nice. So all I need now is a butterfly. Did I bring a butterfly with me? I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't know where it's gone. Is it in here? No. Okay, where are the butterflies? Well, that's bizarre because I cut loads out. That box there will do fine. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. I think it was actually that one that I cut out, and I'm pretty sure this is a freebie from Artie Mays. So just bear with me while I just fussy cut round this. Not the world's fastest fussy cutter, so you need a bit of patience. You'd think all the fussy cutting that I do would be a bit faster and a bit better, but I'm not. So you have to live with it. And he's not going to have a head. I mean, to be fair, it's a picture on a bit of paper, so I'm not doing anything cruel by chopping his head off. similarly, he's not having a, I don't know, what is it? Do they call it a tail? Do butterflies have tails? I don't know. But he's not having one now anyway. It's gone. Okay, there we go. So that one up there maybe. And I think that sits very well. Okay, let's get that glued down. So this is the first thing to glue, and I'm just going to put a light bit of Fabri-Tac just around the edges. If you pull it tightly enough, you won't need it in the middle, and so you don't run the risk of it splodging through and looking ugly, because it can do that, Fabri-Tac. Mine's all stringy. Well, as I say, I'm nearly at the bottom of the bottle. So it probably needs a bit more acetate through it to thin it down a bit. Right, so make sure you get this the right way up and start at the bottom. Put it down where you think you want it and where it looks straight, and then sort of pull it out and up. And if you don't sort of pull it, you get a baggy bit in the middle where you've got no glue. So I'm not sure that's exactly straight. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's nice. And then we've just got these to put on, haven't we? So bear with, as they say, while I stick these up. I think I put more on the other one, more die cuts, etc. But this one doesn't seem to need it, so that's fine. Come on, come on. There we go, we're off, and we're off. You kind of need to put plenty on this because it's going to be sticking to fabric. So don't be overly shy. That's pretty. The yellow and the purple go nicely together. Press it down well and pop this leaf on. So I imagine in my journal, in my head, that this will go around a piece of plainish paper. I mean, I might stencil, put a stencil on the paper or whatever, but that's where it's going in my mind. Just pop that there. It's thin enough to turn it. You can make it go whichever way you want, really. So yeah, tattered lace charisma, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff, and so fine and delicate. It's gorgeous. That's going there. I'll put that right down to the bottom, I think. Or do I want it higher? No, down to the bottom, I think. I just don't really want them to be the same sort of level. Yikes, I hate all this glue on my hands. I'm in the wrong job then, probably. Because it's kind of par for the course, isn't it? Come on, leaf. So I'm going to pop that down to the bottom. Just over the edge of that fabric. Press it down with the assistance of Timmy, or his towel at any rate. He's not actually physically here helping me. And then this butterfly. just going to put it there, I think. I quite like it there. I'm just going to knock the white paper off it, around it. I like that colour. Pumice stone, yeah, it's nice. It's not as heavy as even tea dye. It's not even that heavy. It's just a nice light grey colour. I've never used it before, but I think it's pretty good for this project. Let's just pop that there. And I'm going to put a stone in his tummy too. Let's press him down securely. Circle out one of these stones. I think this time I do want one of those orangey coloured ones. One of those. Perfect. A little bit of E6000. I'm going to leave this out to try and remind myself to clean it, because it's yucky. So I put these are sort of teardrop shapes, and I put the sort of top, the thicker bit at the top of him. It tails away. Like that. So there we are. I think that is finished, and I think it looks quite nice. I hope you agree. Do like those purple flowers with the yellow flowers of the paper, and I like the fabric label as well. It's nice. So that is finished. Just needs its little paper clip on there, both to keep it closed and to sort of put, you know, if you're putting it in a book, just to clip it onto the side of the book. So we've got two of those, one with a very purple flavour and one that's quite yellow, and that's good because they're different. So I leave those to one side on the pile with the journal cards because they are done and dusted. And the next thing up, well, the next thing up is using an envelope board, punch board. And I was really fortunate enough to be gifted this by Leanne, and honestly, Leanne, I can't thank you enough. I use it a lot. It's probably one of my favourite tools, to be honest. But what you need to do for the punch board, envelope punch board, I'll show you what we're going to be doing, and then you'll see. We're just going to be making this itsy bitsy little 3x3 envelope. And I think it would be really nice just to pop into a pocket in our book. Just a nice little thing. So to make a 3x3 envelope, you have to, it tells you here, I'm going to have to lift this up. 3x3, you need paper that's 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. And the first mark is at 2 5/8. Usually I have a magnifying glass that I have to use because it's almost too small. I don't know if it's too small or just they put white on top of this turquoise right here. It's really hard to make out. So 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 and 2 5/8. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So here's a page that I've got from Lona's wildflower kit, which you can get from TaylorMade Journals on Etsy. It's just gorgeous. I just love it. What have I done with my? I've hidden it with my envelope punch board. So I need this to be 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I've done it right up to the edge. So just want to cut off 5 1/4. Which page do I want? I think I'll go for this one because you end up with bits going in all directions. And if I've got all text, it'll look like it's going in all directions. So I'll use the side that's got the most flowers on. What am I doing? 5 1/4. So that's 5, and that's 5 1/4 there. They kindly put marks on the board itself to help people like me. So that will come in for something else that we make or whatever. And I want 5 1/4 this way as well. I'm going to use those pretty flowers. 5 1/4. Right. There we are. Don't throw your remnants away. They're just, they're too nice. Too nice to throw away. Let me see if I can balance that there beside the keyboard. Yay. Okay, so get your envelope punch board out. And just say 2 5/8. Honestly, turn me around twice and I'm lost. 2 5/8. Now that 2 5/8 relates to where you put your paper for the first punch. So that's 2 5/8 exactly there. It's marked on it for me. So you put it up to there like that. You punch I'll show you what it is we're punching when we've finished. Now there's a score line up there, and you get one of these in with it. It's tucked in there. So get your bone folder, the point of your bone folder on that score line and follow it up. You can feel it. It won't want to go anywhere else. It just will want to stay in that groove. So that's that, and that's the notch that we cut out there. So then you turn it 90 degrees counterclockwise, and you line up that score line that you've just made with this pointer. I'm making it sound really, really difficult, and it's not. If you were doing it yourself, you'd see. You just line it up with that. You punch again, you get your tool, and you follow that score line right up to there. Turn it again, 90 degrees counterclockwise, and line that ridge that we've just made up with this point. Punch out your notch, follow this up, and then the last time 90 degrees again, get it right on that line, punch that out and follow that line up there. Now then, let's see what we've ended up with. You can see all the score lines on the back. See them more clearly there. So we just want to crease along those score lines. And you can see now why we've got those notches there, because they form these parts. And there we are. We've ended up with a really cute, ultra cute little 3x3 envelope. So what I'm going to do is just stick that down in place. So I'm just going to go around the outside of here. Fold those in and fold that up. Like so. And then I'm just going to go around the whole thing with the bone folder. Just crease in all those folds. Like so. You can ink around it if you want to. I don't think I want to. I think there's enough going on this page. So for this one, all I did was I put a postage stamp on the where you would put a postage stamp if it was an envelope, on the front. Now I've got this really cute washi tape. I mean, you all know where it came from. It came from a good friend, Ali. And I tend to, I think I've said this to you before, but I tend to, perhaps once a week, once a fortnight or something, I go on Ali and I just amble through it. Take ages looking at what there is and what there isn't. And I came across this washi, and it's all perforated on the sides, but it's also perforated in the washi itself, so it comes out looking like a stamp. It's just, I just love it. So I'm going to pop that on there. I'm not saying these are wildflowers, they might be. And I mean, it doesn't stand out dramatically, but it's nice and I know it's there. Just smooth it down, because it is washi paper. Smooth it down with your bone folder. And then on the back I put a little butterfly, which once again I think has gone on the missing list. So let's see what else we can find to use. It's going to have to be quite a smallish one, I think, because that's not very big really, is it? Oh, what's that there? That would look nice. Yeah, that'll do the job nicely. Let's just pop that on there then. Let's see if I put, oh yeah, I did put a stone in the middle of him. Blimey. I was feeling extravagant this morning. There we go. Pop him in place. It's just another nice little feature, isn't it? Press him down. And I'm just going to put a little stone in the middle of him. Just a dot like that will do. A dot will do you. And if you're using E6000 like I am, I'll give you the warning I always give. Use it in a well ventilated place, particularly if, like me, you have asthma. It can set you off a bit. And the other thing is, it doesn't grab instantly, so don't expect it to be dry instantly. You really have to give it time. But boy, when it does set, it sets. And I much prefer using this to hot glue from a hot glue gun, because I know once it's stuck, it really is stuck. So there we are. So that's 2 envelopes done. So another 2 of those, and then the third one. We're back to the punch board again, but we're going to be making a much bigger envelope this time. Let me show you what it is. I have, oh, just found all my butterflies. They're all here, hiding on that envelope. This is what we're going to make. I'm going to hope to be making. So it's a bigger envelope. And I haven't put anything in here. Now, that's not normal for me. Usually I would stencil that, etc, etc, but I'm really trying to embrace the cream, and I do like it. I'll be honest with you, I like it. I think it enhances the papers, the pattern on the papers. So you can see this is a much bigger envelope than this one. It's probably getting on for twice the size, I'd say. So what I had to do was, because Lorna has arranged the images in her kit 2 to a page, like I showed you last time, 2 to a page, I had to put it into Word and then crop down 1 page and then blow this up to the size that I wanted. So I've shown you how to do that. There are videos, both Mr. F and myself have shown you how to do that sort of thing. So it'll be in, try Mr. F's playlist first, it's probably in there, but definitely I have shown you. So let's see what size we need for this. Oh, what size have we got? How wide is it? it is 7 1/4 is my max. So what size envelope can I get for 7 1/4? There's a 7 1/8 there. That'll do. 7 1/8 by 7 1/8. Okay, so let's cut that out then. I'm probably going to need my big crocodile, which is just over there. I can cut the ends off. Thanks, Mr. F. He's being a golfer today, poor lad. What did I say? 7 1/8, didn't I? 7 1/8 by 7 1/8. Just going to put my light on in there so I can see where I need to cut. I must say, now I've got the hang of this crocodile. No, it's not a crocodile. It's a caterpillar. I absolutely love it, and you couldn't prize it out of me. 7 1/8. Okay. I think I like that edge better, actually. Let's just cut this again. I like the other edge better. This at 7 1/8 because that way, isn't it? I want to keep this bit. Oh, I don't know. I like that. Yeah, might keep that. And 7 1/8. Does have the 8ths marked on here, so marvellous. Keep that in your remnants. Okay. So let's see where it tells me to make my first mark. 2 3/4. Okay. So here we go. 2 3/4. So you look along there till you get to 2 3/4. Put the edge of your paper right on the 2 3/4. Make sure it's pushed up to the top. Punch out. Get your pointy tool, and this is probably a whole lot easier if you're right-handed, I will say that, because it doesn't come naturally to me to do this with my right hand. So then you counterclockwise turn it 90 degrees, and then you want to get that groove that you've just scored level with that little pointery thing. Punch again, score again. You got the idea now, haven't you? You know what's happening. 90 degrees again. Get that lined up with that score mark. Punch it. Score it. Sounds a bit like a sort of... Sounds like you could make a song up about it, to be honest. And for the last time, I can't even see my groove. There it is. Is that it? I think so. Oh, must be a bit off somewhere. There we go. Right. So that should be us finished with the... and you can see the lines that I've scored all there. So I'm just going to get rid of those notchy bits. We don't need them. Fold them over, score them down. Honestly, envelope boards, they're fantastic. I love them. I love mine. Excuse me, let me just have a drink. There we go. Now then, there's our envelope. How cute and gorgeous is it? It just is. The other feature that it has is that once you decide which is your top, which actually could be either, it could be that one, like that, or it could be this one, like that. I think I'll make it this one because I like it. Oh, what a gorgeous front we've got. We've got that purple flower in. Fabulous. So I'm going to make this my top. And if you put it into the back of where you punch, and punch, round the corner off. Amazing. So I've finished with that, so I can put my tool back in it. So it'll be there the next time I come to use it. How organised am I? Right, I don't like this big point up there. So what I'm going to do is fold it to the wrong side. Fold the bottom in first, then the two edges. And I'm just going to get a ruler, or quilting ruler is just the job. And I'm just going to draw a line from one point of the side flap to the other onto the back there, like that. I don't think that's exactly right, but we'll have another go. There we go, that's it. And I'm just going to cut that off because I don't need it. It's not, doesn't look pretty. Just coming down a little bit from there, I think. Okay. So let's fold that up again and see if it looks a bit better. Yeah. That's better, that's better. I like that a lot better. So let's just put some glue down there. And a little bit up there as well. Down here. A little bit up here. And fold it all in. You might just have to keep your fingers on it for a couple of secs while it does its thing. Just need another little bit of glue on that point of that one. Oh, come on, it's not supposed to be such a trial. And that one as well, I think. There we go. So that should be nicely glued down and looking nice as it is. The only thing we put on the back was a butterfly, and for some reason on that one I didn't put a stone in the middle. That's quite nice, and that's quite nice. Oh. The only decision I've had to make, and I can't make it, probably the yellow one, I think. I'll just take the colours. Feeling good today I did this. He's got antenna, body, the whole kit and caboodle, this fella. He'd be making the others jealous. Well, if they could think. They can't think because they haven't got a head. There we go. So get him glued into place, then we'll think about decorating the front, which doesn't take very long at all. Oh, come on, no. Okay, I'm going to have to use Fabri-Tac then. That's not very successful, that nozzle on there. I mean, it was only cheap, it was cheap glue, but not much point if you can't get it out of the bottle, is there really? So about there and about level would be good. I think that's fine. Just get my Timmy towel, just put the lid on the Fabri-Tac, oh my goodness. That's fine. I will put a stone in the middle of him, but I think you've seen me put enough stones in for one day. But that's nice. It's just nice on the back. So on the front, I put a piece of lace along the bottom. I do like bits of lace on edges, especially cream. I don't know why that is. No idea, but I do. And if you had purple ribbon or yellow ribbon even, I think, might look good. So I've got some Fabri-Tac on there, which is what I would have used of choice anyway, to be fair. And let's just pop this on. And let's just see that it looks the same all the way along. It's easier to tell from the other side. Yeah, that looks great. Press that down. Lovely, and trim the ends. Marvellous. Right, I then put a label there. Here it is. Fabulous. And then I used some of this washi tape that Fancy Nancy sent me. And it's great. It's text. Just illegible text, and it's really lovely. I love it. I don't know if it suits this project. I don't mind. I really like it. So it's going on. Put the label on first. Yeah, I think that's got enough glue on it to last a lifetime. So I'll pop that about there. Let's check it's squarish, maybe down a little touch that side. Yeah, happy with that. Put the lid on. Oh, too late. Fabri-Tac eruption. It's weird stuff, that Fabri-Tac, isn't it? Okay, now I want to put a stamp on it, and I want it similar to the one I put on here, which I don't know if you can see. It's red, and I quite like that idea because it looks like somebody was angry when they were stamping it. So let me have a look at my field notes stamps and see what I've got that somebody could have been angry with. Name of remitter. That doesn't sound angry enough. Field numbers, a butterfly, agent. Oh, that might be quite nice. Agent 1929. Come in, your time's up. Form LA4 34. Yeah, I like that. That sounds quite important, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it sounds relatively important anyway. So let's stick that onto there. Now the only red ink that I've got, I don't even know where it came from. I know where it's going in pretty short order because there's no ink left in it hardly. But I did manage to get it to stamp on the other one, so I'm going to try my hardest. It's dry. It's really dry, but you know. So I don't want this straight at all. Try it there. I hope it's red enough. Oh yeah, it's brilliant. It's worked out really well. Excellent. And then I just put some of this washi on because I love it and because why not. So I'm just going to tear the edges off. I don't know if it's got a, yeah, that looks like that's the right side. Just going to put that over there. Just pleases me in some weird way, I don't know why. and just burnish it down. You might want to take your nail and just go right up to that label and just push it down around there, like that. Okay, now the other washi that I've got is this, and it's little dots. Each of these is an individual little dot, and I quite like them, so I'm going to use them. So I'm going to put that one there. And I have no idea why I'm doing this, incidentally. I just kind of like it. And this quite pale one, sort of there. You can hardly see that one actually, but it is there. And the only thing remaining is to put one of our washi stamps up there. Now, apart from the washi stamps, I also have this. Have a look at this. It's gorgeous. It's a little accordion book, and it's got all stamps on. Oh, they're just gorgeous. And some of them, that's Bulgaria, apparently. I don't know if they are related to these countries. I quite like that one. Some I've used, as you can see. It's got a butterfly on it. Isn't this just a gorgeous book? Oh, that's so sweet. That's got to go on. But they are stickers and they are white around the edge. So I do need to... Ooh, Vibra Tech on the move. I do need to just darken that edge down a little bit. It's... I know I said I didn't want any grunge in here, but... You know... Too much white is not good either. So I'm just going to get my... actually, if I can find a finger dabber, that's what I'm going to use. I can, but they're all used. So I'll go with this one. It's got blue on it, so could be a wild ride. Oh my goodness, it's got really vivid blue on it. So wipe it all off on the Timmy towel. It's still quite bright blue, that, but let's give it a chance. See what happens, eh? So I'm just going to come in from the side and just grey that white down a little bit. It's very sticky. Actually, the blue on it's kind of helping. Oh, there we are. I like that now. That looks great. That worked. That was an experiment worth taking. So I'm going to stick this up where it would go if it was going in the post. Like that. And we can see the edges much more clearly now because of the grey. It's taken that white away, which is what we wanted. So there we are. So that, ladies and gents, I do believe is the end of that for today. Let me just check through that I've done everything I was supposed to do. We've got all the journaling cards there as well. I don't want them. Right, so we've now got two of these gorgeous little envelopes with the fabric ruffles and the really nice printed fabric on the back. They're really pretty. I like those. We've got two of these larger ones with the stamps on, and yeah, nice. And two of these itsy bitsy ones that I think will look great in a pocket, you know, even if you put them in a pocket and left the flap hanging out. Just useful bits of little bits of ephemera to go in your journal. So there's 6 envelopes, and yesterday I think we made 5 journal cards. So, we're progressing. We're doing all right. So there you are. Thank you so very much, as ever, for joining me. Be a bit lonely sitting talking to myself, talking to Mr. F. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.